Right then, today we're going to do a video on tuning up the old Bosch pump. To be totally honest, if you've got a car with one of these in, you probably already know how to do it, but fancy making a video, so why not? Just developed a monstrous oil leak. It's done the classic. If you own one of these, you know about this. So the first step is going to be removing varying amounts of guff, depending on what model you've got, to get to all down the back and the side of the pump. So I'll take this top boost hose off, this one underneath, we should be all right then. So yeah, just some boost pipes out of the way we're in. So obviously you find these on Land Rovers, D-Turbos, Citroen Santias even. And yeah, so we're going to start by doing the boost compensator. The order I like to do these is boost comp, max fuel, and then idle. And then that is usually, will get you set up pretty good. So the first thing you want to do is take this top off. I don't know why they all have one Torx bit and then the rest of them are flat blades. Now these tend to be really tight and awful, so your best bet is sort of knocking them around with a little chisel rather than just rounding them out trying to unscrew them. And that little thing down there got to come off as well, I believe. But yeah, that's the first step. Right, so once they're all out, your little top hat should come off like that. Now this one isn't full of oil, interestingly, which means the turbo is quite good. So then you want to carefully remove this out of here. Now, this is your boost pin. So essentially, this little ramp here, if it focus, you can see the little mark scored into it. That is where a little pin rides on that ramp. So if I put that back in there, you imagine you have the top out on with a pipe in from the boost circuit. The boost comes in, pushes this down like that, allows the pin to go further up the ramp, and it'll give you more fuel as it comes on boost. Now we can adjust this to give us more fuel up in the boost, which is obviously what we want. So the first thing is take that spring out of there, put it somewhere safe. This little white washer here, just fuck it off, no need for that. And then we're going to want to wind, somewhere there's a little black one in there as well. This one doesn't have a bit, take that out as well. And then basically wind this all the way in until it hits the bottom. You try and do this one-handed, but you should, there you go, just be able to wind it round with a screwdriver. There you go. Sorted. So you can actually get different ones of these for like Land Rovers with a real aggressive curve in them, or you can even grind these out to give you a more aggressive boost curve. So once your spring is placed back on the top, we want to put this back in, but in a certain orientation, different to the one it was in before. So you see the little mark there where the pin's been right in. The pin, I don't know if you can see, but basically it comes out in this direction. It's on this side. So where it was riding before, you see this isn't actually on center, is it? It's off center. Wasn't actually the most aggressive position for it. It would be 90 degrees that way. So yeah, what I'm trying to say badly is 90 degrees. So that way needs to go in line with the front of the pump. So now when you push it down, you've got a lot more travel in it, and it's basically going to give you a higher variant of fuel to boost. So the last step of that, after the top hat's bolted back on, is just winding the adjustment right the way out of the way. Just about that much. Should mean it has no effect anymore, which is what we want. So now this screw here is what is really going to give you the power and the smoke. So this is an absolute doddle to do. Crack it off with a 13, preferably a socket, just like that. And then basically you want to make sure he's free off there. Just wind him in about half a turn. Just you might need to hold the end of it with a flat blade, basically just so the thread is in another half turn and the lock nut is tight up against the pump again, and that will be a good start. And then you can adjust inwards for more fuel, more smoke, whatever you're looking for, and back out again for better fuel economy, less power and whatnot. Smoke does not equal power, by the way, that is not what I'm saying. But yeah, you get the picture. Generally, like I said, half turn, see how you go, adjust from there. So the last step is going to be setting your idle. So fire it up like this, see how the idle is on it. It might be okay if you haven't turned it up too much, but if you find it's come up, which they tend to do, you've got this down the back here. You see the little rocking arm type thing? Now, from factory, this cable is connected to the thermostat, and this basically gives you your hot and cold idle. So as the stat opens, it will change it over to setting 2, and change the idle over a little bit. I'm not massively interested in all that, to be honest. I'm looking for it to lope, so. But yeah, if you find the idles come up, you can crack off the 10mm. I believe you loosen it with a flat blade, and you'll see the arm go that way, like that, and that'll bring your idle back down. Again, adjust accordingly. There will be a little screw in that hole. I can't hold the pump open and show. In that hole just there, you're going to need to loosen that off. You can take it out like I did if you want, but yeah, loosen that off, set the cold idle to where you want it, and put it back in again if you want to retain this system. Again, not hugely interested in it myself. We'll just have the idle that we have when it's warm, and when it's cold it can do what it wants.